My first semester as a university student, I offered 9 courses. Out of those 9 courses, I made A's in 8 of the courses. Then I had a B in one of them. Hello and welcome. My name is Judai Holome. I'm a final year medical student living in Nigeria. I make videos about medicine and lifestyle. If you've not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so. And please like this video, as that will help the YouTube algorithm to recommend it to people that will be needing it. First year in Nigerian universities can be very challenging. This is because it's your first year. Obviously, you've never been in this environment before. You are trying to acclimatize to this new environment. At the same time, you are going for lectures, you are going for your screening exercises, and it is the first time most people will learn to take care of themselves all by themselves. So at the long run, some people become homesick and all of that. But what are some things you can do that will help you to maintain a good grade even in your first year as a university student? Stay with me on this video even as I will be sharing some tips that helped me personally to maintain a good grade in my first year as a university student. Well, in my first year as a university student, in my first semester as a university student, I offered 9 courses. Out of those 9 courses, I made A's in 8 of the courses. Then I had a B in one of them, and that was because I didn't take that course serious. That was a practical course. I thought it didn't really matter. It was just one unit. I ended up having a B. If not, I would have had straight A's. So all the same, I had 8 A's out of the 9, then 1 B. So what did I do that helped me to achieve this? And I left 100 level with a very strong first class. So in this video, I'll be sharing some of the things I did that helped me to achieve this. The first tip I have for us here is the fact that in all this, you have a lot you want to achieve as you're coming into school. You want to make a first class, you want to make a strong GPA and all of that. There is what we call the God factor, because for you to achieve this, you will need good health, you need soundness of mind. So, and for this to be possible, you need to hold God tight. Wherever God is to you, whoever God is to you, you have to actually go closer to Him and ask Him to help you. Because if you are not in good health, if your mind is not sound, you may not even be able to read your books to achieve this great feat. The second tip I would like to share with you is the fact that there is nothing like resuming early. This is not secondary school where you can wait 2 weeks after resumption before you decide to resume. You should try and resume on time. And what will this help you to do? If you resume on time, when your mates are going for the screening exercise, you also join them to go for the screening exercise. Because failure to do this will like affect your lectures later on. Probably when you're supposed to be in the lecture hall, when you're supposed to be reading, you now start trying to go and make up for the screening exercise you've missed. And that time it might even be harder, because most of these lecturers that are supposed to attend to you, they may have other things to do, and you end up waiting long hours for them to respond to you. So there are a lot of advantages in resuming early and doing everything as at the right time you ought to do them. Do it when your mates are also doing them. It will even help you to do it correctly without stress. Then another advantage of resuming early is to start reading early. You don't just come to school and start playing. Trust me, it's very it pays to start early. Like, I started early when I came to school. In fact, when I resumed, then the room I entered as a temporary accommodation room, because then the school has not officially given I was yet to pay my fees, so I was not officially given an accommodation. So the room I was staying temporarily, the people I met there, they told me, you're a medical student, you're in big trouble, because from the set that were before us, that's my senior colleagues, they had issue with their 100 level. What happened was that people that had either 1D, they got like laid off. They were dropped from medical sciences and sent to other departments. So they were using that to laugh at me that I should better be careful. Oh, this is what is happening in this school. I might not even make it to 200 level, because if I should have 1D, they are going to remove me from medicine. So that even acted like a motivation for me to start reading on time, and I started going to library as early as even the first week of resumption. So resume early and start reading early. Okay, another tip that will help you a lot is ask questions. Ask questions from your senior colleagues. Look for especially those that are trusted. You can meet seniors that you know you can trust, and ask them for direction, like what to read, how to read, and what to expect, and all of that. You can never go wrong by asking questions. Ask questions from people that have done something you are trying to do, something that is it 5.0 you want to make. Look for someone that has achieved that in your department, like a senior colleague that has achieved that. Ask them for tip. Even somebody that has not achieved that, someone that has failed, can even tell you what to avoid in order not to fail like them. So you can never get it wrong in asking questions. Another tip is that you should not isolate yourself. Try and make friends, mingle with your course mates, and make sure you are on the group chat. Make sure you are in touch with your course rep, know what is happening, because missing out on an information can spoil your chances of getting a good grade in a particular course, like submitting an assignment early and all of that. So you need to mingle with your course mates, be in touch with your course rep, and make friends from your department, because this will help you to avoid situation whereby something is happening, there is an assignment you are supposed to do and all of that, and you don't know, you miss, especially if you are not living in the hostel. If you are living off campus, try and always keep in touch with your course mates and your course rep also. Another reason why you should make friends from your department: also have study mates from your department that you study together. There are some things you've read, you even think you know them, but when you now try to discuss it with your course mates, you actually find out that you don't really know them as much as you thought you did. There are some things you would think you already know, but when you start discussing with your course mates, you now understand that you did not really understand it very well, and that will help you too. So try and make friends from your department, mingle with your course mates. It helps a lot. Very soon you'll be doing philosophy and logic. You'll come across the great Greek philosopher whose name is Socrates. He has a dictum which says, "Man, know thyself." You should know yourself. Like, you're not in the university. Actually, your studies, like the way you study, is not like it's in your own hands. Whether you understand, it's none of your teacher's business, it's none of your lecturer's business, it's not your business 100%. So you should know yourself. Know how best you study, know when best you study. Don't imitate, don't get carried away by people. If you are not a night person, there is no need going to night class and wasting your time, instead of it to be in your hostel and have good sleep so that you can read in the morning or during the day. So you should actually know yourself, know what works best for you. So that is very, very important. It can never be overemphasized. You should know yourself. Don't be carried away by what people are doing. Know yourself, know when best you assimilate, and take advantage of that. And know how best you read. If you use audiovisual very well to understand, then it's not bad if you go ahead and record your lecturers when they are teaching, or you shouldn't miss class. But if that's not your method, then if the class is not mandatory, there's nothing wrong in you missing that class and going to the library to make up for it and read, because the end of the day, what matters is you understanding that concept and passing your exam and getting that good grade you want to get. So know yourself in total. It's the use of past questions. This cannot be overemphasized. Since you left secondary school, you can attest to the fact that if you used JAM past questions very well, it made JAM easier in a way, right? So even in the universities like that, especially in 100 level, I'm not saying you shouldn't read your book. How I used past questions in 100 level was, after reading a particular course, I would look for the questions that they've ever asked on that topic, assess myself just to check if I really assimilated that topic. And if I see that I'm not doing well, like I'm not able to answer those questions, I have to go back and read that topic again till I'm able to answer the questions effortlessly. So the use of past questions in university cannot be overemphasized. Most times they even repeat past questions word for word. So make sure you use past questions in 100 level. That helped me a lot. It might help you too. The truth is that as a man thinks in his heart, so he is. Most times we cannot really rise above our thoughts. So in all of this, have a meta perception of what you are working towards. Like, okay, what I mean is have an end goal in mind. You have to really want it. Nobody makes first class by mistake. Maybe some people have done it, but majority of people that I know that made good results were actually intentional. So when you come into school, you should not aim anything less than 5.0, because 100 level is actually your best shot at getting a 5.0. So why not utilize that chance? So have a meta picture that at the end of this session, I want to have a 5.0, and that will give you the drive you need. So aim high. Aim high. Don't settle for a B or C. Settle for an A and work for it. And endeavor to understand the exam structure before the exam date. Don't ever go into an exam and get surprised by the exam pattern. So what kind of exam are they going to be taking? What kind of exam are they going to be giving at the end of that course? You should know. Is it an objective? Like, is it objective exam? Is it short answers? So you should know all of this, because this will also help you to tailor your reading so that you are well prepared for that exam. Don't go and get surprised in the exam hall. You should know this. Ask questions, ask from your senior colleagues and all of that. You can even ask your lecturers, they may tell you. So ask questions and know what to expect before the exam date, so that you tailor your study accordingly. Another tip is that anything you read, try and revise it. And one trick that I used in revising back in 100 level was, after reading something, when I'm so sure that I've understood that concept, I'll look for someone to teach. Even without them asking me, I'll just ask them, can I teach you this concept? Especially the calculations that we did in 100 level, the physics, the statistics. And the more I taught these concepts to people, the more I understood it, the more it stuck to my brain, the more I did it reflexly. So I would advise that you, apart from just joining a study group, you should also try and disseminate this information you are assimilating. It helps to retain, like it will help you to retain this information better. In as much as reading is very important, because there is no shortcut, you have to read and read again. But please ensure that you are reading the right materials. Don't go and read something that is different from what the lecturer teaching that course recommended, because at the end of the day, what the exam is a focused exam. It's not like WAEC. It's a focused exam, because what they will be asking you is in the material that they recommended. So make sure you read the recommended material. And in as much as you want to read in depth, ensure that you understand the recommended scope before you decide to go deeper. Very important. Read the right material. I cannot overemphasize that enough. Read the right material. Make sure to read the right materials. At the beginning of this video, I told you that I offered 9 courses in my first semester. I had all A's except one B, because I looked down on that course. It was just a 1-unit course, a biology practical, so I thought it's just a walkover. But mind you, please don't look down any course. Take every course seriously and give them the required attention they deserve. I'm of the opinion that grades actually matter. So try and do all you can to have good grades. For instance, now I'm a medical student. We don't really need we don't use CGPA. After 100 level, you don't really need your CGPA. But then what do you need CGPA for? You need it to apply for scholarships. There are a lot of scholarship opportunities that are open to people that have good CGPA. Okay, let me tell you this short story. By God's grace, after my 100 level, I didn't have to pay for my 200 level and 300 level school fees. Someone saw my results and offered to pay for my school fees and all of that. So there are a lot of advantages and benefits in having good grades. I really hope that this video was helpful. Please make sure to like this video and share with your friends. Also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly do so to encourage me to make more of this beautiful content. I'll be making a video on some scholarships that you can apply for as an undergraduate, especially for people that are in medicine and surgery, in engineering and in pharmacy. So please keep an eye on this space. Till my next video, bye.